little chat about books. Hi guys! So I'm here today to do a book review, and the book I'm going to be reviewing is the first one in a science fiction series by Scalzi. It is Old Man's War, and I read this a few months ago now, a while back. I really enjoyed this, and I've been meaning to get around to reviewing it because I want to tell you guys that I actually have read this book and I enjoyed it. I get recommended this book so frequently because I haven't read much science fiction, and it's one of those books that so many people seem to love. I can understand why. This book is short but packed full of some interesting ideas. We focus on a main character who is called John Perry. He's a very old man, I think he's around 70, and he lives in a world where space exploration has completely started, has become fairly commonplace. We actually have big epic armies in space training to fight against other invading alien forces. So aliens are real, space is inhabited, and people are sent up to space to become part of the army. When we pick up this story, as I said, John Perry is very, very old, and the way that they do things in this world is you can either live your life and die at the age you're meant to die, or you can enlist in the army in space. You can go up when you're around 70, and what you can do is work for them for I think 5 or 10 years, and when you go up and work for them, you get an entirely new body, enhanced, and it becomes extra crazy awesome at everything. And you basically get to start life afresh. So you have your memory still, but your body is completely new, back down to how it would have been in your 20s if you'd been in the prime of your health and you hadn't done any drugs or smoked or anything. You were just completely a prime specimen of human form. So that's what it reverts to. I found that this book was a lot easier for me to get into than John Scalzi's other book I've read, which was Lock In. I definitely think this one worked better as a story. I definitely think that I connected with the characters a little bit more. In this one, I just found them really fascinating people. Not only are we following John Perry, we also follow a couple of other people that he meets in the storyline, and some of them are really interesting people from his actual past life on Earth who he meets again, so I found that fascinating. What I liked about this is that it is military science fiction, which isn't something I usually go for, but it doesn't feel like it focuses only on the military side of things. The military and the army is a big part of this story because that's what John Perry is going up there to do and to train for, but it's not the only thing that's going on. We do have emotional moments with our characters, we do have some interesting training scenes with our characters, we see friendships forming, we see new things happening, and I like that a lot. And I think that really helped to sort of give a human element to this story that could have been quite bland had it not had that. But it was a really good story overall, and I would definitely love to continue this series on. I've heard that the next book in the series doesn't focus on the same characters. It's the same world, but not the same characters. I think some of the characters might reappear in the series, but I'm not sure they're the main focus. So it sounds really interesting as an idea. I know loads of people love this series. I'm definitely glad I finally got to it and I can do a review and say, yeah, the hype was worth it. It is a good book, and I don't know why it took me so long. Sorry. But I'm on board with the John Scalzi train on the Old Man's War series, and I'm definitely looking forward to picking up the next few. So thank you to everyone who recommended it to me, and I would certainly say it's a good read. I ended up giving this a 4 out of 5 stars overall. Let me know all of your thoughts down below if you've read this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next review. Bye!
Thank you for watching my video today. Go pick up a book, then come back and chat with me again.